Hello everybody, it's your boy Kirby DK10 here coming at you with another episode of the Overkill Podcast. We're on episode 102, and I'm here with my co-host Meta Knight.
What's up? It's me!
Hope you guys had a great New Year's celebration. Hope you have a great New Year as well. I guess we'll just hop right into it. Do we want to talk, what story do we want to talk about first here? You think could just hop into Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, I guess just do Mario Galaxy. Last night we hooked up the Wii U, got out to Mario Galaxy. I played through essentially the first two worlds, which I kind of consider each of the full, like, actual galaxy systems full worlds, and then for some reason the individual worlds are called galaxies. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Or like the individual levels are called galaxies. I don't understand. But yeah, the full worlds, the full like group of levels, and it was pretty good. I was really surprised, mostly because whenever people say a game is good, they're kind of, I don't know how many of their opinions I actually trust. Especially given kind of like the direction of games these days. Sometimes you can't be sure,
Yeah,
But yeah.
I mean, I've played a little bit of Galaxy. I think it was funny because my save file had like way less than what you did last night. But I remember playing. I think if I remember correctly, I played more of Galaxy 2. In Galaxy 1, I don't think I played a lot of. I think I literally bought it at like a retro game store, came home, played it for like 10 minutes, and then put it down. I don't think I really played that much of the first one. It's kind of interesting because I know I think the first one's considered better than the second, but I could be wrong on that.
I don't know. I've heard it both ways. I've heard people say the first one's better, the second one's better. Um,
Yeah, it's all in how you wanna. I guess what you enjoy more. I think for me, the second one would probably be more my favorite because you can actually play as Luigi, and I like Luigi quite a bit.
you think that makes a big
and
difference?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather play Luigi than Mario.
Hmm.
One
Fair.
thing too is this. Playing it last night kind of made me want to get the Galaxy One Plus 2 bundle on the Switch. And I'm looking at comparisons. The game looks way better with the
Yeah,
4K
it
resolution and all
does.
that. Plus, I, the motion control gimmick to me has always been one of the reasons I didn't get into it. And I think with the Switch edition, it doesn't have like the sensor bar, so you don't have to point. You're not actually pointing anything. It's using a gyroscope and accelerometer to determine where you're pointing and like if you're shaking or not. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit better and maybe a little more accurate, even. But yeah. What else? I don't know. Oh, how did you like the controls? Because I know they're around some of the planets. The gravity gets a little messy and it messes with your controls.
Well, so uh, I think so. Yeah, I think the controls on like some of the larger planets are pretty good actually. Like on the where the planet is at least like I don't know how to quantify that, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least pretty large, and the medium planets are okay, but like once you start getting to like smaller objects, like they have these small UFOs that are probably like, I don't know, like 10 Marios big. No, no. like yeah, like maybe 10 Marios long or something. And the edge is like this real thin kind of semicircle, and so you kind of end up glitching along like the edge whenever you try to walk to the underside. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of where the control system really falls apart, is on those more like finer details they try to put in. Um, and then I think you saw it last night too. A lot of the motion control segments are kind of like iffy. We did the Stingray and the first Stingray and the first golf course level, and to be honest, the the golf course was pretty enjoyable. The Stingray was not as enjoyable, only because like the track was like fairly tight cornered, and then you were having to use the Wiimote, which is a skill that has been lost to the to time.
Yeah.
The Wiimote's just something else. I guess what did you think? What did you think of the controls? Watching me fumble through it a little bit.
Oh, it did not look fun. Not my kind of game. Well, at least motion control. I think it would be better if they just had like a standard regular Mario game. The one the one thing I will say is, and this is something that I will give credit to Odyssey for, is they definitely put down the motion control gimmick. You still had to do a little bit, like you just had to shake sometimes to do like the spin, or to do the I forget what it is honestly, but to like throw Cappy in a circle. But honestly, you don't even have to do that. It's kind of optional with Odyssey, whereas like in this game, it's the motion controls are mandatory. And I am looking at Switch gameplay. It does look like it runs at solid 60, which it definitely was not on the Wii U there. So might be another reason to get the Switch 2 version. But yeah, I guess you want to move on to Kirby. Kirby?
Oh, Kirby, yes.
Because I was playing that last night while you were playing Galaxy.
Yeah, I guess we move on to Kirby. What'd you think?
Yeah.
I know
Well, I
the
got
weeks.
the Forgotten Lands and plus Crossworld bundle for the Switch 2. It I don't know. I've gotten through the first world and mostly through the second world. I just have the final boss, or the boss of the second world to beat. And then yeah, I don't know. I guess I have all the DLC content. I've kind of already hit the DLC content, I think, because basically after you're done with the first world, the island appears and you have to like save a different so instead of saving Waddle Dees, you have to save a different Starries. And I don't know, it's very cute. I'm glad they kept the like victory animation for Kirby, and they like updated it. I would say one thing that I don't like is, for a game that doesn't take place on Planet Popstar, I feel like the locale is kind of a little basic. It's like, the first world is it's grass world. It's more like, I guess it's like grass plus like city stuff. And then the second world is basically, your standard like beach world. And I'm sure the third is going to be like a ice level or something. Yeah, other than that, it's an enjoyable game. It's a little too easy. But other than that, I've having a great time with it.
Yeah, I guess. Do you think it's like? To me, it's kind of one of those games that they took inspiration from Breath of the Wild from, in the way that or maybe more like Odyssey and kind of Bonanza, even though it's Bonanza's after it, it's kind of in that same vein where they've taken kind of that more open world approach to the 3D games. I guess
Yeah,
so far you think it worked out, huh?
yeah. To me, it reminds me a lot actually of Mario 3D Land and 3D World, where it kind of plays like a 2D game but in 3D.
Mm.
Um, and I can kind of see where you're coming from. Kirby has obviously always been able to copy enemies and use their abilities, which is sort of similar to Cappy. Um, but in this one, you can also, like, for instance, you can suck up a car and you'll drive the car. You like possess the car, or you can like uh, suck up stairs and move around as the stairs and like smash things with them,
Mm.
and like position it in a different area so that way you can get up, to higher places. There's also lockers that you can suck up, and then you can like slam them down, and it'll show you the pathway that you have to go to. Like there'll be like a poster behind the locker, or there'll be like a secret, and you'll get like an extra Waddle Dee. Um, and the Waddle Dees like unlock the town area. So like once you get a bunch of Waddle Dees, the first upgrade you get is the upgrade shop, where you can upgrade the abilities. So like fire becomes volcano fire, and you basically just upgrade the abilities. It does more damage, and I think the fire lasts a little longer. I think it's the basic upgrade. That's the only upgrade that I've gotten so far. It's quite hard to actually upgrade the power-ups, or the copy abilities, but yeah.
Huh. Well,
So far, I do have to say one more thing. Sorry to cut you off, but the game
how dare
looks
you?
great in both handheld and docked mode. I mean, just beautiful game. One of, like, in my opinion, one of the best looking Nintendo games of all time. It's pretty good. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, honestly, my comment was kind of pointless because I was just gonna say he's also adorable whenever he like tries to eat or whenever he like eats the vending machine.
Oh
And,
yeah, dude. I thought that was funny too. I became a vending machine and I was like, this is game of the century.
it's so funny. Honestly, I do think that is probably the most clever thing to come out of that game is the idea that you can essentially like suck up objects that are way too large, and you kind of like merge with them, and you become like half Kirby, half whatever object kind of thing, and you don't actually swallow the object whole. And it kind of gives Kirby the room to kind of transform into more realistic things, which is interesting, like the car that he like half
Yeah.
sucks up, or the vending machine.
And you also don't lose your power up whenever you do that. You keep your copy ability. You keep your copy ability, which is nice.
I thought that was really clever use of that. Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen anything with like? Have you seen? Has there been any like really clever puzzles using those yet, or is it just purely for like melee or whatever, or just combat?
No, there was one using the staircase where you had to position them on top of buttons, but it was pretty simple. I mean, it wasn't, anything too hard to understand. And again, this is, for the most part, it's all optional. It's just to get more Waddle Dees or to get more coins, which you can, I think this is so funny too, is you can also get capsules, and these capsules have trophies, essentially, from, like, Smash. But they're all like Kirby characters or copy abilities and stuff like that, or items in the game. And you can also, in the main hub area, or the Waddle Dee town, there's a vending machine where you can just spend your coins to get more trophies. And it's just a very Sakurai thing to have, random collectibles for no reason.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Sakurai worked on this one or not, but
I don't know, actually. But
it definitely seems like a Sakurai thing.
I guess if you want to go to our next story,
Yeah, I figured we would. There is a quick one I just wanted to cover because we were kind of We were we I guess we've been looking at Steam. We've been looking at the eShop. Especially this time of year, as y'all know, this is like peak deal time. There are some really good deals on some good games that I think you should check out if you've been looking at stuff. Like I know Sonic Mania right now on both of them is like $7, which I've been impressed with. The other games that got me interested are the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, the 1 through 6. Those are $40 on both Switch and PC. I guess the other game I've always kept an eye on my Switch is A Hat in Time. Now, A Hat in Time on the Switch was a huge release when it came out. People were really excited. A lot of people that play, PC also have a Switch, and people were really excited to just play the game again. And so whenever it first launched, it ran really, really, really badly. Like it got on the original Switch, it got like 10 frames. It lagged, spiked up to 30 frames, went back down to 10. It was basically deemed unplayable, which is unfortunate. I guess there's even been a physical release alongside that company, the same one that released Hollow Knight physically. I forget their name. But the real story here is that it's been taken off of the Nintendo eShop due to some issues with the Switch 2 and save states. But there's also been, I guess, a constant problem where Hat in Time was made on Unreal 3, and there's something about like how the Switch runs that it prefers Unreal 4 over Unreal 3, and so they've had to do like some weird compatibility stuff in the background that I'm not smart enough to understand. Smart enough in that area, I guess. And so that's the biggest reason why it's always run like ass. So I guess once they get the save states up, they're probably going to relist it. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of, I think, the direction they're going. I don't think they're going to take it away forever, but I just thought it was really interesting. I haven't seen anything taken off the eShop like that for that reason.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess it's probably just like they have to either port it to Unreal 4 or like run it in the compatibility mode or something for like Unreal 3 to 4 or something like that, where like it interprets the code, I guess, to play in Unreal 4. I don't know how that exactly works, but
yeah. And if you look up video,
that's the first time I've seen that.
That if you look up a video of this, sorry, y'all have to hear me type a little bit. I mean, man, I'm so shocked at how poorly A Hat in Time runs. Like, I'm a little surprised they didn't do any optimization to this game at all. It's like they did almost a direct port. And obviously it's kind of ugly as sin, but I don't know. I guess it seems to run a little better on Switch too. You seem to get more consistent frames, at least a consistent 30.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense because it's just much powerful hardware.
Yeah, but yeah, on the Switch 1 it looked pretty bad. Well, yeah.
I also kind of wanted to talk about this, but just speaking of deals, I'm kind of surprised this game's on sale, but Hollow Knight Silksong is on sale on Steam for 20% off.
It's true.
It's not a huge sale, but I'm just surprised it's gone on sale this quickly.
I mean, Team Cherry, they've gone on record saying like they've made enough money, but also because it's only 3 of them, they're pretty smart and they're just like, man, we'll put 20% and just sell more copies.
Yeah. I mean, it also was voted Game of the Year by the Steam Awards. So, to me, if there was, I think Game of the Year is probably well deserved for that one.
Oh, nice, good game.
I still think Bonanza's, But for a game that's like on all platforms, I feel like it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It'd be that. But yeah. I guess we can kind of move on to a little bit of a sad story.
Whoa.
But
Cats have
me
lost
and Meta, we were out last night, and we went to our local GameStop, and it was shutting down. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a thing that is happening, not just in our area, but in I'm assuming the whole United States. There apparently have been 16 stores confirmed to be closing, and another 26 that have been reported but not yet confirmed.
Damn.
So, GameStop, it looks like it's going down. I know I've seen, like, if you ever look at the stock market, GameStop is almost always, like, negative. The stocks for it.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's gone up. This list that they've attached has... Oh, I see. This is, yeah, it says currently confirmed 41, reported 85, so... Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I guess it is up today. And technically it's been up. Overall it's still up, but...
To be honest with you, that whole GameStop buy the stock meme and stuff, like, I can't remember a whole lot of, people joke and they say they stand GameStop and they love GameStop, You don't ever see anyone in GameStop anymore. It's like one person every, hour maybe. No, it's more than that, but...
Yeah, and we were kind of talking about this
good.
with, like, our friends is, like, last night I was saying, if I want to buy a game physically, I really like to go into GameStop and get to see the game physically and get to, I don't know, I like to look around at what's new and stuff like that. Going into, like, a physical shop like that, I like that experience, but the thing is our friends were saying is, like, most games, they don't care to do that. They'd either just buy it digitally, or if anything, just go on Amazon and buy the physical copy there and have it shipped out to their house, So I think that's how most people do it now.
Yeah, I think it's really hard. It is, I know this isn't an issue for you and I, but it is really hard to convince someone that, going out to a store is worth it anymore. Especially just to own a game physically. Like, a lot of people just do not care, even though they don't, like, own the game. If you want to get really philosophical with it, if you own the cartridge, you're not always owning the game either, because the way that, like, updates and stuff work. But it's and
right, you'll always have the version 1.0 version or whatever.
Yeah, so at least you'll have a way to play it.
I mean, some games it's just literally just a key card. So.
Well, yeah, I know. We were talking about Silksong. There is going to be a small Hollow Knight update, which is a little unfortunate in a way, because I have the Hollow Knight Switch cart that has everything on it. So it is basically like the complete edition. Like, I put it in the Switch, and there is no updates. There's no, patching. There's nothing. It's the full game. It has all the DLC on the cart. It's kind of sick. But yeah, there's going to be a small content update to Hollow Knight, so it won't be all on the cart anymore.
Oh, man.
And that's for all systems.
Oof.
That's for
you
Steam.
Gotta set it back. No.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of it. That's for Steam and the Switch one. So yeah, that's really funny. Well, and technically, if something ever happens to your physical copy, you obviously don't own the game anymore. But yeah,
sure. I think the one thing that
benefits to digital.
There is, I will say one thing too is I like to, for me, I'm a little bit, very particular about things. So I actually like to emulate games, especially disc games, because I don't want the disc getting scratched up. And so what I'll do is I like to emulate those games rather than actually like. And number one, it's also a hassle to like set up the consoles and do all that stuff. It's cool to play it on original hardware. Don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit of a hassle, especially if you don't have it all set up right away. But one thing with the Switch cartridges is they don't get scratched up ever. So, or just cartridge games in general. So I feel like those I would actually play more. I play those more actually on physical, like the actual console.
Mm-hmm.
Not
emulated. Yeah. It's just the pin contact gets a little scraped, but it's fine. It's supposed to be, right?
The pin, yeah. I mean, the pin's never. They're never gonna get worn down to where they can't play. Usually, I mean, you'd have to really... You'd have to put the game in and out like 1,000 times. I'm telling you, it's.
I'll get some water.
Probably over 1,000 times. Yeah, probably not. Oh. Yo, we're back, boys. A little bit of a technical difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll just hop into our one of our other stories here, or our other thing that we got back into. We started playing Overwatch again last night.
We did,
and I think me and Meta both got the Battle Pass, so we're kind of locked into that game.
We got the Fortnite Battle Pass, yeah.
Yeah, dude, this season is quite interesting. They have the new character that I like to call her Riven, but I think her name's Vendetta. She's basically just a sword character, like melee character, and I don't know why they did this, but every time she does like an overhead slash, it does headshot damage or critical damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's probably the best character in the game right
she's
now.
Perfectly balanced. No. Okay. Yeah, they've added her. Every time she has one move where she like charges forward and does an overhead slash. She's very Riven-like in a weird way. You are right. Of like all of her abilities are the biggest difference between her and Riven is like Riven's abilities activate like way fast. Riven can like do her abilities every couple seconds, or like every 2 or 3 seconds. So like that is probably the biggest difference. And this chick, her abilities are much more like on a 4 or 5 second cooldown.
Yeah, I mean it's also a thing where I think just as a DPS character, most DPS characters can carry a game quite easily, and so if you ever make a DPS character that is slightly unbalanced, it's just always going to be way better to pick them. And and obviously she was designed for 5v5, not 6v6. I think that's pretty apparent. So like we play a lot of 6v6, so I think she's really good in that format because 2 tanks, it's obviously a lot harder to kill DPSs. So
yeah,
there's that too. Yeah, overall, I gotta say the skin lineup for the Battle Pass is really good. I'm really excited to get the it's like the Frosty Soldier skin. There's also I think there's a Mei skin in there that's also pretty good. But
yeah, there are some really cool ones. I think the Ilari one's really sick, and the final Freya skin is just awesome, where she's just like a Viking, crossbow person, a Viking warrior kind of thing. It's really sick.
Oh yeah, one of the few is good too.
Yeah, one of the few times I think like some of the Battle Pass skins are actually cool. I will say Overwatch, out of all the games that have Battle Passes, usually their Battle Pass skins are actually good. Which I don't find in other games a lot. So,
which is quite surprising. I've said this, like their Battle Pass skins are something that you would buy in a bundle in other games. Like they feel like they're bundle skins.
They do.
That's one reason why I actually do buy the Battle Pass in Overwatch. One thing too is like you don't have to play a ton You just have to like do your dailies, weeklies, and it's about it. And they're not too hard to complete. Also, they did add a new mode. Well, I guess new is quote unquote. It's a returning mode. It's basically prop hunt again. So, if you're into that, there's that. They added, I think you can now like taunt, so you can press F and you'll spew out a voice cue, and it'll give away your position, but you get ult charge as a prop. And whenever you get like ultimate, you can just stun a whole bunch. You can actually kill the hunters with the stun because it does like a ton of damage. It's really dumb, but I think it makes it a little more fair. I've seen the props actually win, whereas like before in this mode, the hunters almost always won. So I feel like this time it's a little more balanced, where both sides can have a chance at winning.
Yeah, I mean, I think COD has always struggled with this. Overwatch, right? Overwatch and COD, to be honest. But
yeah,
they both struggle with this thing in prop hunt where, because of the way that they're designed, the maps are designed like really wide open, usually, with, not a lot of obstructions. Like prop hunt in Gary's mod, the original version, the maps are designed for that mode. It's like maps that people have made, and they've added a bunch of shit everywhere so that you blend in really well. The issue with these AAA games, whenever they try to do prop hunt, is it's, these maps are just not, there's not shit everywhere, there's not objects everywhere. And then in games like COD, they do that stupid whistle mechanic, and then just in Overwatch, the maps are so empty that it's kind of weird to try to hide as a prop.
I will say they did, for the two maps, I think one is King's Row and the other is the Blizzard World, they do add quite a bit of like clutter to the maps and like quite a bit of props. The other problem that I have with like whenever Overwatch or COD does this kind of mode is they have like set props. So like once you play a few games, you kind of know, okay, people can be a barrel, people can be a chair, people can be a lamppost, people can be, like a cart.
Yeah, there's a huge knowledge check of like, I'm sure you can Google it too.
Whereas
like
in Gary's mod, whereas in Gary's mod, any prop, they can be like any prop.
Anything that's on the map.
And you can actually pick. Whereas in games like Overwatch, it's just random which one you get.
Which I think takes away significantly from the mode. Can you swap in the Overwatch one? I don't remember.
You can. Yeah, you can swap. You can swap infinitely,
but it's
which is
just
actually
a random
better.
Object, right?
Yeah, it's actually better than COD because you can swap infinitely. You can stun infinitely, which I don't know why in COD they limit that sort of stuff, but they do. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun mode. You have to play it for tokens, which, for their silly event too. But yeah,
silly event.
Also, I kind of wanted to just touch on this real quick. It should be a real quick topic, but Kingdom Hearts. I did buy Kingdom Hearts 3 during this big sale, and I do plan on at least beating 2 this year and probably 3 next year, because last year I beat 1, and I want to start playing 2 here soon. So those 2 games are kind of on my radar. I really enjoyed the first one, and I want to get to play the second one, but I just haven't had the time to yet.
It's Goofy's return, baby. All right.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you never played Kingdom Hearts, did you?
I'm not.
You should.
It's a cool game. It's I don't know. There's so many games to play, and it's never come across my, just time. Never come across the radar.
The funniest thing to me still is like you beat the first game and you like don't expect it, but out of nowhere you just get like a J-pop song playing in your ears, and you're like, okay, this is interesting. Interesting choice for the final song of the game. It's just funny because it's like, bro, it's like so Japanese, but then you just have like Donald and Goofy there and Mickey, and you're like, bro, come on, dog.
It's such a fascinating like series to me. It's as far as like mushing up the Disney IPs is really funny to me.
Yeah, it's probably like one of the most like fan. I don't know. Like I feel like it's like a fan character or fan like made series almost.
Yeah, legitimately it could be. It feels like it.
Someone just was like, you know what? I'm gonna mash up all my favorite things together.
Well, and I'm pretty sure how it happened is I'm pretty sure there was a contract signed years ago to make 3 of them. And then what happened is like the development just took so long on them that they all kind of got spread out over like what was it, like 20 years or 15? I don't know. But
that's a lot.
Yeah. I think that's how it happened, is like that's one of those things that probably wouldn't happen again today. You normally a crossover is just some lame like one character showing up and then leaving. But I don't know if we'll ever get anything like that again, because that was kind of like one of those probably like early 2000s 90s deals of like come together, we'll sign a contract for 3 games and then
yeah, so the first game came out in 2002, and I believe Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in 2018, if I remember.
Well, shit.
The original version is 2019.
Who develops those games?
It's Square Enix. It's
Square? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible to have it happen again, but I've also picked up Hollow Knight Silksong, so yeah, there we go. It will forever be known as Silksong though, because the whole name is really long. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts cool. Hopefully Silksong's awesome. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Got to get to playing some games.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you gamers enjoyed the episode. It's been your boy, Kirby.
I've been your boy, Meta. Bye.